Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to be doing a really quick reading. I did not realize the time. Today's been crazy. How about for you guys? Today's been super crazy. Not crazy in a bad way, but crazy in a very productive way. Very productive. All right. We'll do these three, okay? So, hi, Kathy. Let's get started. I asked what this reading was going to be about. And what I heard is, don't believe any of it. Don't believe any of it, okay? It's 10:44 where you're at. I thought I had more time. I was rushing to finish doing things. I thought I had time to do a full-on reading before I go live. I'm supposed to be going live in 45 minutes for a Soulwork Synergistic quickie fundraiser. I'm going to be doing readings and energy work at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so that's going to be in 45 minutes. Let me hurry up and get this reading done. Well, that's a lot of cards, homie. That's a whole lot of cards. We don't need that many cards. Saying it's like half the deck. All right. And shuffle this. I know. So if you guys don't know, I will be going live in 45 minutes because, I never budget my time properly. There's just always so much to do. Here's the link if you wanted a personal reading or if you wanted to get energy work. I'm going to be doing that in 45 minutes. And all the proceeds from that expedite session will go to my nonprofit ministry, my nonprofit church, Soulwork Synergistics. Okay. Yeah, you guys, everyone, put where you're from. Put in the comments where you're from. And super curious where everyone's from. All right. So let me just. I was doing nice things though, so can't complain. I was doing good work things. I was making stuff, witchy stuff, herbal stuff, oil stuff. I was making swords. makes me super happy. I don't know why. It's been a while since I've been able to do all of that. So let me just get started. All right, here goes, guys. Ooh, feminine's upside down, union's broken up. Oh my gosh. So there is this massive breakup that's being initiated. So it's being initiated by spirit. Your spirit, someone else's spirit. Who knows? Órale pues. Oh my God. So are you having intrusive thoughts? Is this something that is like a case of external things trying to create some type of separation between you and another? It's like, something is on the verge of potentially ending. We got to be careful with that if it's something that you value. Okay. So that's one of the things that I go out of my way to work on for my personal journey, is being able to discern for myself in a very honest manner. How important is this for me? How important is this connection? How important is this friendship? Is this something that let me take that off the screen. Is that something that I, don't want to lose? Therefore, I want to work on it. And also remember, always temper that with the knowing that at some point you can't be the only one that's putting all the effort if the other person is not willing to put the effort. Okay. Okay, so something's going to be exposed. Like there's something that's trying to be hidden. It's not able to be hidden, right? So with that, there's going to be something that's going to be created from that. There's going to be maybe an opportunity that springs from that. You have to be careful. You have to be careful about some upside down guidance that you're getting from other people, okay? It's very easy for people to give their opinions if their opinions are not going to, if the ramifications, the end result of the decisions and the words that they put on you is not going to be felt by them, is not, it's not uncommon for people to have so much to say, so long as they're not the ones that's going to be suffering the consequences. Okay, so in this period, be careful of who you get guidance from. Okay, there's a lot of energetic shifting that's occurring. We got through the 1212 portal and we're speeding right along towards the 1221 portal. This 1221 portal is going to be a massive, massive, massive event, bigger than the 1212. Okay, making my head spin, making my eyeballs rock in their sockets. I'm not joking. I want you guys to listen to this lady. Let me airdrop the video. La 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 la. Okay, airdrop this to me. You talking to me? So my little guy used to say. You say that to me? Yeah, we said that to you. Oh, he get real mad too. All right, let me share this. I'm not going to share the whole video, but let me just share part of it.
In 7 days from now, mark this date, 21st and 22nd of December, we are going to get light blast, pure blast from source that we haven't got for thousands of years on planet Earth. This is the first time that humanity will receive this light from our Creator, and I will explain why. Back in the days, this was going on for thousands of years.
So I don't want to go too deep into that because, again, I don't have too much time today. But yes, it's a very, very huge galactic, celestial, etheric, energetic event. Huge. So all of this is kind of leading up to that 21st. Okay. Okay. So there's things going on. You're not imagining it. You're very accurate in your perception. You have to be careful, though, that your perception is not also at the same time being manipulated by some type of intrusive thoughts, by some type of parasitic interference. So you got to be careful about that. Okay. There is this masculine energy that is kind of coming forward to assist with the rectification of this feminine energy. Now, it doesn't look like he's looking at her. She looks like she might be trying to block him out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That was intense. I was trying to figure that out. But it feels like there's some type of involvement here. There's some type of involvement here, and it's, oh, you know what? Oh, Saturnalia. Oh my God. Teresa, can you very quietly in the comments tell people what you're talking about? I'm just going to put it on the screen really quick. Just show you guys a little bit of it, okay? Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So it ties into that. I'm just saying. Ties into that. Yes. Yes. Someone was knocking on my door. Anyways, let's see. So there's this potentiality of like losing your patience. That's fine. Go ahead, lose your patience all you want. You're going to be corrected by that life event. Okay, you're going to be boop, put right back in your lane. Okay. Remember to hold on to your integrity, regardless of how this plays out. Your integrity is super duper important to kind of hold on to. Oh my God. I just got a message. Governing bodies. There are those who are involved in whatever this event is. I'm not talking about conspiracy. I'm talking about on a personal level. There are those who are involved with whatever this event is for you personally. And it's almost like things are being pushed through for you, pushed through in such a way where um, this can literally be the diving board you use to go very, very deep into your potential. So things are being set up for you. You might not be tapping into your intuition enough, and that might be causing you to experience a sense of being so super duper limited by your beliefs and by your circumstance. I don't think you're as limited as you think you are. I don't think you're as limited as you think you are. I think something is trying to convince you that you are super duper limited. And it is just this thing of needing to make sure that you understand how much you are still capable of doing. Um, Things are shifting, and it's almost like this sense of if you, if there's this component, I don't know if it's a person or it's a thing, and you think that you just can't do it without that one component. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think you're needing to understand that, there's a lot of things you can accomplish with your own hands, your own thoughts, your own directives, you know? Um, I don't think it's a good idea to be sending people energy when they're already having a hard time regulating their own. I'm not going to stop you guys from doing what you're doing, but I'm just saying, um, worlds within worlds, but it's in reverse. So it's like this emptying out of whatever was partitioned off, this emptying out, like letting go. Um, it's upside down. So what happens when you have a cup and you turn it upside down? Things are emptied out, right? So the things that were partitioned are definitely the things that um, are going to be coming forward, like these things that you've been hiding from yourself. I don't want to talk about that. Mm, I don't know. I'm kind of, Michael's talking to me. I'm kind of like in a place within myself where it's like people should kind of just learn on their own, you know? Like I want to treat people like adults and let them learn things on their own terms. So compassion, having compassion within yourself, for your journey, allowing yourself to really really just kind of take a step back. What do I need right now? Not what can I do for everyone else, despite the fact that I'm not in a good space, I'm not in my place of center, despite the fact that I can't provide for myself right now, you know what I mean? Because a lot of empaths, we have this very erroneous beliefs that in order to be a good person, we have to be a martyr. And you really just don't. You don't have to be a martyr. You don't have to go out of your way and be in harm's way just to prove that you're a good person and that you want to help people. Okay. I know that from firsthand experience at this point. Gratitude in reverse. It's more than just not having a grateful heart. It's almost a sense of failing to understand the gravity of the lessons you're being presented, the gravity of what it is that you're here to accomplish, for your purpose, for the people around you, as well as the person you are inside you. As the world starts to experience more of this like tumultuous energy, we had the 1212 portal, which was super duper intense. And then we're going towards another massively intense situation, which is a 1221 portal. It's a lot of like, ooh, wiggly eyes and feeling very, very dizzy. Yeah. Card number 14, wishful expectations. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Right? Ugh. Michael just won't stop with that. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Okay. Do you guys enjoy when I go ahead and share these tidbits that are kind of like tangents? Is that something that is beneficial to you guys? Because I'm at this weird space where I'm kind of feeling like, people don't want to hear this kind of stuff. I don't want to come off as though I'm lecturing anyone. I don't know. I don't know. Card number 14, wishful expectations. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Okay. Allow yourself to recognize when you're fooling yourself to stay in a space of silence and compliance, a space of, it's not a space of compromise, it's a space of catering, catering to things. So, okay, you guys want to know. All right. So, so much for me. Like, let people learn on their own terms. Okay. So this thing Michael is saying about, there was a comment, I can send you some energy when I go out to meditate if you like. And we'll talk about what you want. I didn't want to talk about it. Is what it was. But it's this thing of like, far too many people, they are far too comfortable commingling their energies with things that they may or may not understand. There are a lot of processes that have been initiated over the past several weeks. There's a lot of information that's been released, okay, reminding us, and it's being flaunted in front of us simply because why? Because we need to have an awareness and a lack of desire to not comply in order to skip their karmic load. Okay. Those who are trying to push us into a space. For some of you, you might have come across a whole bunch of videos regarding a boy named Max. He is a brilliant young man. He is a physicist. I believe the videos are from when he was 13 years old. I remember seeing these videos years ago. But he's talking about some of the ramifications of particle excitation, use of the Large Hadron Collider, and he talks about matrix modifications that cause shifts. He talks about quite a few different things. And for whatever reason, someone decided, I don't know who that someone is, someone decided to begin showcasing that information again over the past couple of weeks. Okay. I believe this started before the 1212 portal. That's indicative. And now no one can find where this boy is. And they've taken all his videos down off of YouTube and things like that. Right. So now there's this thing that's going on where it's like 70% of the population are said, I didn't make up this number. Other people made up this small number. Okay. Don't be coming for me, motherfucker. I fight back. Anyways, it said that 70% of the population are organic portals. Okay. Organic portals. And with that, there's a lot of activity that's been going on to activate the latent programs within the organic portals of the world. Y'all better be careful who you mix your energy with. Who you offer to mix your energy with, and whose offer to mix energies with you accept. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you got to use some discernment. There's a lot of stuff going on. You guys notice I haven't been live streaming as much. Have you noticed? Every morning for the rest of my life, I have partitioned off a specific amount of time to spend with you every morning, 7 days a week. That's part of my morning routine. That's part of me waking up and preparing for my day. That is not considered me working. So when you don't see me live streaming every day, you got to start asking yourself, why is she restricting access to herself and her energy? Okay. We have to be very careful about what we allow ourselves to be coerced into agreeing to. Now, I'm not talking about anyone specific in the comments. The comment simply initiated a conversation between Michael and I. That he took that as an opportunity to bring to my attention, certain things that I should maybe talk about and share. But it's not directed at anyone. And here's the thing, a lot of the things that are the most dangerous often begin as something so benign. Some of the most dangerous types of situations you can get into are situations that you'd never guess that it would take you all the way down that specific type of hole. You got to use discernment, is all I'm encouraging you to do. Use as much discernment as you're capable of developing. You want to get off of this merry-go-round where you're just cycling in, cycling out, cycling in, cycling out. And as you continue to cycle through these things, your entire head and identity are being dunked beneath the water's surface. Yeah, you don't drown, but you start to inhale some of that water. After a period of time, you're going to inhale enough that it's going to fill up your lungs, and eventually you will succumb to that. You can still avoid it at this point. You can still allow yourself to remain in a space of centeredness and don't believe any of the crap that's being spread around. I'm telling you guys right now, there's a lot of things that I'm not allowed to communicate on a public live stream. There's a lot of things that I can't even communicate on a private live stream. It is always, always, always indicative of something major if I don't show up in the morning. It's always. And if we're going to be honest, the reason is almost always never because it's a personal thing. Meaning, oh, I slept late. I couldn't wake up. Y'all, I can run off 30 minutes of sleep. No problem. I might look like it, but it's no problem. I don't need hours and hours and hours of sleep. I can still force myself to function. There's a lot of things for people who know me personally. There are so many different things that go on, and the people who know me personally and they know these things that are going on behind the scenes, and then they see me on the live streams, they're like, you'd never guess you were dealing with that kind of shit. You don't need to. That's not something you need to deal with. That's something I have to address in my personal private time, so it doesn't come here onto the live stream. If I start missing mornings, you know something's up with the energy. You know something's up with the energy. Does that mean you guys are in danger? Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. That means that is a good day for you to really shield yourself, to be extra mindful of who it is you're interacting with, what it is you're allowing yourself to participate in, just practicing very good energetic hygiene. Card number 44, Lantern, consciousness is light. If consciousness is light, your awareness of your consciousness is your shadow. There was this video. Hold up. Hold up. I think I saved it. Hold on. Let me see if I saved it because it was beautiful. I love monks. I do. Oh, here. Okay. So he says, some people don't like what I do. That's just how it goes. I have learned along this way, the more you shine, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand. That's the price for all of this. So, some people don't like what I do. That's just the way how it goes. I've learned along this way, the more you shine, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand. And it's true. It's true. The brighter you are, the more polarized the reaction will be to you. They'll either be drawn to you because they too are light and together you shine brighter, or they will slink around the fringes of your existence as darker shadows than you ever thought could exist. It's up to you what you want to participate with. What is it you want in life? You won't be using the light or the shadow to achieve that. You'll be using your experiences that give you a more refined understanding of your proper place within your life and the proper place of others within your life to get further in your life, right? So let's see. Thank you, Amy. Card number 21, the key to intimacy. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. So this is a period where you're going to begin being invited to experience the shadows of others. This 1221 portal is just, it's something. It's something. If you guys are feeling very unbalanced right now, if you're feeling like there's just something that needs to be corrected, you can definitely join me for my fundraiser in 15 minutes or so. It's going to be here on the Emmy Evolving channel across all my platforms. If you'd like to purchase an expedited request, you go to soulworksynergistics.com store /SWS-fundraiser. All the proceeds from tonight, in a few minutes, it goes towards my ministry, Soulwork Synergistics. It's a nonprofit church. Okay. So it's just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of stuff going on here. Card number 41, radical self-love. We can only receive love to the extent that we unconditionally love and live the truth of ourselves. And it's not because you're not going to be worthy of love if you don't know how to love yourself. It's that you won't be willing to receive the love you deserve if you don't understand what it is you deserve. Right? I'm living proof that you can receive love even when you don't know what love, healthy love is, even when you don't think that you are worthy of being loved. I'm living proof that you have the ability, you have the potentiality to receive love regardless, right? I'm wondering if part of this message is for you to begin loving yourself, really allowing yourself to fall in love with the person that you are, seeing all your different characteristics and just embracing who you are. Telling yourself you love yourself is not loving yourself. Buying yourself things, that's not loving yourself. Allowing yourself to look at yourself with no more shame. There's this video, I don't remember where I seen it. It was, gosh. It was this sense of like the most horrible thing that you could teach a child is to be ashamed of who they are. You know, think of the people who taught you how to shame yourself into a space of compliance. Did they do you a favor? I used to hear quite a bit, oh my God, you're so shameless. You have no shame. Damn right. Damn right. I have no shame. Why should I be ashamed of who I am? I'm a good person. I love people. I help people. I have integrity. I have the most integrity when no one is watching. What should I be ashamed of? I give of myself even if I have nothing to give. What should I be ashamed of? Not a damn thing. Start seeing yourself with a clarity of who you are, because once upon a time, that shame taught me that the beauty of the person that I am right now and all these things that I've listed about myself that are beautiful, right? That those are the ways, the evidence that I am shameless, that I am bad. Like, oh my God, you're so shameless. You don't even have anything to give and you still keep giving. Like, that's pathetic. Oh, people are using you. No, it's not pathetic. It's a very powerful thing to be able to recognize that you can love people and give to people with literally and genuinely zero expectation. You don't even have to say thank you. I don't do it to corner you into a space of needing to adore me because I helped you. That's why I never really share what I do for other people. I'm kind of just like, you just keep it between me and you. You don't have to tell anyone anything. You know, you don't have to exist in this space where in order to showcase to others that I'm a good person, you're going to have to show people this space of vulnerability where you are suffering and struggling. And I came in like some savior, some messiah and saved. Like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. But now we're entering into the space of like, is it bullshit or is it another way to hide the gravity of the person that I am? Right? So this is a period where you're going back and forth within yourself about the things that you thought you knew about, but now you're realizing you didn't really know. We never really know what it is we're trying to quantify. We never really know what it is that we're trying to put out there into the world. We have some general idea, but do we really know? The more important question, do you need to know? Or do you simply just need to be? And a lot of people who need to witness you and let them do with what they witness whatever they feel they need to do. Life is just this simple complexity. It is this complex simplicity. Whatever angle it is you choose to approach life, you can create rainbows. Life is the prism that bends your consciousness in such a way that you can experience the different aspects of who you are. I mean, really wrap your mind around the gravity of that. That the purpose of life is to allow it to function as a prism that it is, a prism that can bend your consciousness into the separate aspects of you so that you can see with clarity all of the things that you're made of. There's so much more within you that the world needs to see. Don't believe the words and the actions that try to convince you that you are not as important as you are, that you are not as valuable as you are, that you are not as powerful as you are. There are many people who exist just to challenge your belief of yourself. Those are the people who are the greatest gifts to you. Why? Well, interactions with them provide you with a potentiality of bending yourself even further, not to their will, but to see the beauty of the rainbow that you are. Allow your life to be that prism. Okay? Metamorphosis, power, and strength lie within our surrender to change, but it's in reverse, and we're refusing to change. We're refusing to surrender. It's funny how human beings function. I never understood how you could be so willing to surrender to someone who's trying to objectify you, trying to dominate you, but you refuse to surrender to the ones who are trying to lift you up. You fight it. You fight it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to believe it. You don't want to allow yourself to accept the gravity of what you are. What are you? What are you? Do you know? Have you asked yourself today what you are? So, card number 9, responding, not reacting. The only control we have is in how we respond to the hand we are dealt. How are you going to respond to the life that's been laid before you? What needs to be addressed immediately? What needs time to be addressed? Card number 28. Moving forward, the first step is taken within our stillness. So, what do you need to respond to? Is it something outside of you? Or is it something that's lived inside you? Something that served as a thorn in your side, continuing to fester and interfere until eventually you give up the task at hand and submit yourself to accepting something that's unworthy of you. Ever since I was a child, if I got some type of splinter or anything like that, best believe I'm extracting that even by myself. I don't care. I am going to be extracting that. As you know, you could take a needle that's been run through fire to kill the bacteria and then dipped in 90% isopropyl alcohol. And you can go ahead and extract very far down your skin, from the epidermis down to nearly your dermis. I've extracted so much. I've extracted eye stones by myself on my. Have you ever seen an eye stone? Have you heard of a tonsil stone? It's a calcification in one of your like mucous membrane areas, right? Anytime I splash any type of dishwater and it gets to my eye for some reason, that's going to be an eye stone. My body will calcify around it. Whatever point of contact, that's going to be an eye stone. It's a lump that forms in my inner eyelid that I have to extract myself. And just for the sake of Cleanliness, I use a diabetic lance. A disposable diabetic lance. I could lance and drain your whatever you need lanced and drained very efficiently. And that's the thing, though. It's like this thing inside you. It's something that's existed there for quite some time. It's something that has been ignored, and ignoring things, just like with an eye stone, with a tonsil stone, salivary gland stone, you get stones everywhere. That's eventually going to become a major, major issue for you as long as you allow that to stay there. It's going to continue to grow. So what's the best course of action? You remove it. Remove it. That's what you got to do. You got to remove it. It's a calcification. And what ends up happening when you remove it? Well, assuming you remove it with accuracy, with some type of knowledge of how to extract things, you're not going to unnecessarily damage your skin. You're not going to unnecessarily damage the very part of you that protects you from other things entering into you. Right? And how do you apply this to your day-to-day life? By making sure that when you remove something that is causing you to have a negative reaction, a negative response, a negative experience, that what will happen is you will do so carefully and not create more injury and allow more of the yucky into your life. This is a period where you're being encouraged tremendously to choose yourself and your internal peace. Other people's issues need to be just that, their issues. Unless you're a licensed medical professional. And let me tell you, I know quite a few licensed medical professionals, and they make it a point to never take on as a patient someone they personally know. They will refer you out to a colleague or whatever. Why is that? Because it's not for you to take in and own. Let that sink in. It's time for you to stop using other people as an excuse to avoid working on yourself. Don't believe any of it. Don't believe the excuses you tell yourself as to why you come second place, third place, fourth place, any other place except first place. Don't believe any of it. Don't believe any of the excuses and the lies that you tell yourself regarding how you deserve the poor treatment. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. Yet when it comes to, actually allowing yourself to receive what you do deserve, I mean, do you? Do you allow yourself to receive it? Or do you allow yourself to continue to receive the same lesson of shaming yourself into giving up what's rightfully yours? So, that's another place that I've entered into my life. I typically am the person who would be like, oh, yeah, no, you can have it. Now I'm like, well, do you want to share? Like, if I want it, I'd be like, well, I wanted it, but I guess I could share. I'm still going to always be someone who's a giver. Like, stop. Expecting me to be something outside of who I am is also obnoxious. I'm still going to give it. But at least now I'm keeping half. Y'all thought I was going to say, like, no, this is mine. No, I'm still not like that. I'm just not like that. I'm someone who likes to share and give. So, guys, allow yourself to use this period to really discern, like, do you need to give your energy to someone else? I mean, have you been feeling sick today already? But you're still going to give your energy to someone else? Another thing that we often fail to take into account, whatever amount of energy you give to someone, first and foremost, unless you understand, quantum chaotic mechanics to the degree that I do and teach, most likely you are creating energetic cords to deliver this care to someone else, this concern, this emotion, right? So whatever you send through that cord, it will displace an equal amount, like measure, okay? Equal amount in the other person's energetic field. That cord is a two-way street. What does that mean? That means whatever you send that way, an equal amount will be sent to you from them automatically. You want to send 5 pounds of love, you're getting 5 pounds of love too? No. You're getting 5 pounds of whatever it is their energy sends you. That could be 5 pounds of toxicity, 5 pounds of GMO, grievously modified opinions. That could be 5 pounds of STD, spiritually spiritually transmitted I'm sorry. Spiritually transmitted disharmony, okay? I got to get going, guys. It's already 5:30. I'm sorry I didn't manage my time better. I finished all the cards though. So guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live, and I'm going to be live immediately after this. Hold up, stay with me. I'm going to be doing personal readings and energy work and all of that. And the best part, all of the expedites I do tonight will go towards funding Soulwork Synergistics. That's why we're not going to be purchasing expedites on ME Evolving. We're going straight to soulworksynergistics.com. I'm going to share the link again right here. If you guys want to join me, there you go. There's the link. Going to be doing expedites. That's energy work and personal readings. It's not for collective whole. These are for people who want it done specifically to themselves. So I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and end this and start the next live stream like literally immediately. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Bye.